So I got a new microphone set up, and we'll see how this works. All right. We're actually sitting at my desk today. This is where I make all my money. Every day I work from home. So, um, hello and welcome back. You may notice I got a microphone, so hopefully this sounds a little bit cleaner. But this is an injury update. Um, I wanted to get on here and just keep everybody kind of up to snuff as to what has been going on with this Achilles injury. Um, Great news. We got great news. Where do we start? So the last injury update, obviously, and for those who haven't seen it, go back and watch it. But if you're not going to watch it, I totally understand. The long short is, at the end of May 2025, I sustained a Achilles rupture, and in doing so, I've had to sit my ass down for a while. And so, um, for the last 2 months, I've basically been in a walking boot and using a knee scooter to kind of get around. And thank goodness for both. Those tools have helped me navigate the crazy world that is the one we live in. But in all seriousness, so we had a follow up just recently the other day on Thursday. Today is Sunday, so it's only been about 3 days or so. But the doctor gave me some great news. He kind of messed around with my foot and took a look at it and said that, hey, listen, you're at a point now where this thing is strong enough for you to come out of the boot. Now, not entirely. Well, yes, entirely coming out of the boot, but basically what he's saying is you're now able to kind of walk around in a regular shoe, unless I'm going to go do laps at like Disney World or go walk around the Daytona Speedway for a car show. If that's the case, he recommended put the boot on, right? We don't want to re injure this thing. But I'm in a place now where I can start moving around. And more importantly, I can get into some rehabilitation. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So this week, and hopefully sooner the better, but I don't want to rush it. This coming week, I'll be trying to figure out in my area who is going to be the best fit for my rehabilitation. I want to work with somebody who is or deals with sports medicine specifically. And I want to use this loosely because when I say athlete, at 235 pounds, everybody that knows me, I don't have an athlete build. But as I mentioned in previous videos, I'm definitely more athletic than some of the people or most of the people that I know. I ride bikes for hours in the 100-degree Florida weather all the time. I go long distance rides every Saturday morning on my big bike. I play basketball, and just in general, my cardio is great. So, with that being said, more specifically for this injury, I want to make sure that it's strong enough to kind of withstand some of those impacts that are to come with riding BMX bikes, falling, jumping off the bike, so on and so forth. Now, what I did learn about my injury was, and in most cases, I wish I had more technological editing, but in most cases, when the Achilles tendon tears, it's more of like a sever. So if this is the tendon, it severs. And a lot of people always say, did you hear the pop? Did it pop? So on and so forth. Um, Mine did not. I didn't feel any of that. The way I injured my Achilles is like, if this is obviously, I wish I had my foot. I don't have a way to replicate my foot, but if this is my foot, this is my shin. When I fell, my big toe, came up towards my shin. So pulling that Achilles tendon, like pulling the muscle. And I just recently learned the type of injury that I sustained on the last visit, the most recent visit. I wasn't quite understanding the type of tear that I had, but if you can just imagine like a chicken breast, the fibers in a chicken breast, if you were to grab the top of the chicken breast and the bottom of the chicken breast and just pull it like this, the way my tear occurred was like it was a vertical pull. So it would have been like a muscle strain, but it pulled the muscle. So what I'm saying is it didn't actually sever. It just tore like that. So it had to kind of regrow in between those fibers. That's the main reason why I didn't have surgery. And obviously now I know that it makes sense. So for me, at the 2 month mark, the rehabilitation period, or the healing process per se, is faster than some of those, like a Jason Tatum from the NBA, or some of those other NBA stars that we watched actually suffer a massive Achilles tear. And oh my God, so thankful for that. But really just getting into the correct facility to get the rehab that I need is going to be priority and top of mind. Um, the orthopedic specialist that I'm seeing is requiring that I go 2 times a week for 8 weeks. And I am willing to come out of pocket if necessary after that, just to ensure that it is strong and that we are making progress. So pretty excited about that. And, we're on the fast track to success. So I've been walking around a little bit. I do have a brace on it because it gives me more confidence. I don't walk very fast. If I have to hoof it or move quickly, I will put the boot on. But I'm just excited to get to this point. And we'll see how it goes. Once I get into the rehab process, I'll see if I can film some of that. Obviously, I want to document my journey, but two things. One, I don't want to be invasive to some of the specialists, and two, I don't want to impede on my healing just to film something. But I know for me personally, it would be cool to document the journey. So that's where we're at. And yeah, not a lot of excitement here, but for me, we're making big strides. I also want to say thank you to all of those who have come to see me and reached out to me, call, text, check on me over the course of this injury. I know that there are other injuries that people sustain that are significantly worse than this. So I'm not trying to make this a big dramatic thing. But for someone like me who's always on the go and super used to just moving, and also being the person that everybody can call on for something, for all that to kind of stop, it's different. And it took a little bit of getting used to, and I'm still kind of getting used to it. So, all the calls and the texts and just the checkups and the Instagram and Facebook comments and stuff, it really just it was cool, man. I really appreciate the support, and also kind of helped me dial into this like whole YouTube experience. I'm trying to get better at editing. Some of these are just like one take videos. Like this one probably will be a one take video, but I'm just trying to document my life a little bit, and it's fun. And at some point, hopefully, I can get a little better at it. But yeah, it's really just taught me that I need to slow it down and really put me first, and make sure that even though I injured myself doing the one thing that really makes me the happiest. Aside from that, I do need to find other time for myself as well. That way I can continue to be the best person I can be for myself. Then I can continue to be the best person I can be for those who actually need me, for whatever it is that they need at that point in time. So it's been a journey. It's been a life lesson, and I'm excited that we're moving forward. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing what the next steps are, no pun intended. So I want to say thank you for those who have made it this far in the video. If you've taken a few minutes to watch any of my YouTube videos since I started making videos again, I want to say thank you very much. I appreciate it. Maybe they're painful to get through, but for me, it's awesome to see that some people have some kind of an interest in what I've got going on. It won't always be car content. It won't always be an injury update. I am working on some other videos. I had my wisdom teeth pulled the other day, so it kind of slowed me down a bit, but we're getting back into the swing of things. But I want to at least put this update here so that way everybody knows I'm stoked. Hopefully you're stoked. And we're making really good progress. If you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see more of, what you don't want to see more of in the comments. I'm open to all sorts of criticism. And additionally, if you would like, give me a follow on my Instagram page. It's Coffee and Brats Podcast on Instagram. So that's COFFEEAND Brats all one word, Coffee and Brats Podcast on Instagram. There you could see some updates, some of the shorts, and some other links that I have for my socials. So until the next one, I appreciate it. And yeah, cheers. What's crazy is now that I've got this microphone, you could still hear me as I walk away.